This is an 80 Q&A practice test. Plaintiff attorney, Mr. Knox, capital K-N-O-X. Defense attorney, Mr. Silver, capital S-I-L-V-E-R. And we'll start with the court. Ready? Here we go. Thank you. Please be seated. Please state your name, address, and occupation for the record. Jack Sanders, 1241 Rockfield Loop, Auburn, Virginia. My occupation, operations manager, Westland Hospital. Thank you. How old are you, Mr. Sanders? I'm 45. And you're married? Yes, I am. Could you tell the jury about your family? I have 3 boys, ages 13, 17, and 23, and a wife. And what's your wife's name, Mr. Sanders? Susan. And is she here today? Yes, she is. Now, could you tell the jury about your educational background? Sure. I attended the University of South Carolina in Conway, South Carolina. And what did you study there? Business administration. How long did you go to school there? 3 years there. Did you graduate? No, not from there. Have you done anything else towards your degree besides that education? Sure. Other than military training, yes. In what? Military training in basic supply. Now, how close are you to finishing with your degree? I would say about a quarter or 2. And you testified that you are now employed by Westland as an operations manager. That is correct. And is that the same job that you had at the time this accident happened in May of 04? That is correct. Could you explain to the jury what your job entails? As an operations manager at Westland Hospital, I manage a crew that cleans the hospital, and we're responsible for making sure everything from the front door to the operating rooms to clinical and non-clinical areas are cleaned, and that we prevent any hospital infections from happening to patients. And how many folks do you supervise? About 50. And how do you do your job? I do a lot of walking on my job. I have to watch everything around me. Why? It's very important to keep the hospital clean. And so what sorts of things are you always looking for? I'm looking in corners and edges for dirt. I'm looking in the ceilings for dust on vents. I make sure that bathrooms are clean. I make sure that the operating rooms are clean so that the next surgery that occurs, there's no infections in there. And do you have any military service, Mr. Sanders? Yes, I do. Could you describe that to the jurors? I'm part-time in the Navy. I also have volunteered to go on active duty during the war. All right, the word list. We have Jack Sanders, capital J-A-C-K, new word, capital S-A-N-D-E-R-S. Rockfield Loop, capital R-O-C-K-F-I-E-L-D, new word, capital L-O-O-P. Auburn, Virginia, capital A-U-B-U-R-N, new word, capital V-I-R-G-I-N-I-A. Westland Hospital, capital W-E-S-T-L-A-N-D, new word, capital H-O-S-P-I-T-A-L. Susan, capital S-U-S-A-N. University of South Carolina, capital U-N-I-V-E-R-S-I-T-Y, new word, small o-f, new word, capital S-O-U-T-H, new word, capital C-A-R-O-L-I-N-A. University of South Carolina. Conway, capital C-O-N-W-A-Y. And this isn't a name, but active duty should be initial caps. So active duty, capital A-C-T-I-V-E, new word, capital D-U-T-Y. And that is it for the word list, and that will conclude our 80 Q&A practice test.